Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this fun little fun fold that I created with the mixed label stamp set. This stamp set is an online exclusive and part of a suite of products that you can find in my online store. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. For this fun fold card, I'm going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to score at the 2-inch mark. Remember, that's your light blade. The dark is for cutting. And slide it down to 7 1/2 and score again. Once I have that finished, I can set my trimmer to the side and fold on the score lines. Now, in order to make this card lay flat, you'll want to be fairly aggressive with your bone folder, burnishing it several times. You can even open it and burnish the opposite direction to kind of break those fibers and make that fold a little more flexible. So there we go. I'm going to set that aside and we're going to stamp. For my stamping, I'm going to start with my signature panel, and I'm simply going to put this little flower, let's see, on the right hand side like so. I'm going to set that to the side, bring in my panel and my designer series paper. I'm going to lay that on the back side so that I can see what I'm doing, and in case I can still use that piece of designer series paper. I'm going to stamp my sentiment below it like so. That's a little crooked, so I'm going to try again. Let's see, I'm going to move it a little lower so I can see better with the camera. And stamp better. So I'm ready to color my panel, and I'm going to bring in my blends. I'm going to start with my dark petal pink and simply add a little color to some of these flowers, and then finish off with my light. And then I'm going to bring in my light old olive, do the leaves, and add a little color there to the stem. Quick and easy. I'm ready to assemble. So for assembly, I'm going to bring in my designer series paper and adhere it to my basic black panel. Then I'm going to bring in my sentiment panel and adhere it to the basic black panel. And finally, I'm going to turn over my designer series paper that I wanted to show and adhere that down. And of course, these leaves are directional, so if that's important to you, make sure you're adhering it to your panel in the orientation you'd like. I've got my panels here, and I'm going to adhere this first panel onto the left-hand side here, the smaller 2-inch panel, and then add my sentiment on the right. And of course, at this point, if I want to, I can adhere my inside panel down, but I'm just going to set this inside for when I'm ready to send. Last but not least, I want to bring in a little bit of shimmer, and I've got these adhesive backed pearl trios. They come in 3 different colors, and I'm going to be using the Calypso Coral here. It's quite pretty, and I'm going to pick that up, place one, let's see, here, 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 another down here, and a 5th pearl over here on the left of that designer series paper, giving me an odd number, which is always more pleasing to the eye. So there you go, a quick and easy fun fold using the mixed label stamp set. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Ginny. Thanks for joining me.